Hey guys, so I had a book for Mother's Day by one of my favourite authors, and that is Clive Custler. Now this is Clive Custler with Robert Grant's Lost Empire. It's one of the Fargo adventure books. There are a few in the series, but I've only got this one so far, but the ones in the series are Spartan Gold, The Spy, The Wrecker, Arctic Drift, Treasure of a Khan, The Silent Sea, Corsair, Medusa. This one I've only read 2 chapters so far, but I'll read what the story's about on the inside cover for you. So Sam and Remy Fargo, heroes of Spartan Gold, return in this extraordinary new adventure from the #1 best-selling author Clive Custler. In their electrifying new adventure, husband and wife treasure hunter team Sam and Remy Fargo make a startling discovery that others would kill to keep hidden. While scuba diving in Tanzania, Sam and Remy Fargo come upon a relic belonging to the long-lost Confederate ship. An anomaly about the relic sets them off chasing a mystery, but unknown to them, a much more powerful force is engaged in the same chase. Mexico's ruling party, the ultra-nationalist Mexican Tenuca. Its intent on finding the artifact as well. It contains because it contains a secret that could destroy the party utterly. Through Tanzania and Zanzibar, into the rainforest of Madagascar and across the Indian Ocean to Indonesia and the legendary site of the 1883 Krakatoa explosion, the Fargos and their ruthless opponents pursue the hunt, but only one can win, and the penalty for failure is death. Filled with dazzling suspense and breathtaking action that are Custler's trademarks, Lost Empire is a stunning new novel from the Grand Master of Adventure. Well, I really like Clive Custler. He's really into his history. And he puts so much detail of the ships, and anything that is of historical significance is always in the book. I love his writings because each of the chapters is maybe 10 to 20 pages long, depending, which means you don't have to take hours trying to read one particular chapter. If you've got something to do, you can read a chapter in 10, 15, 20 minutes tops. I also like the fact that he always puts a acknowledgement page on. So for this particular book, the acknowledgement says, "Thanks to the following people with whom this book wouldn't be what it is. Sam Craighead of the Museum of Confederacy, whose insight was truly invaluable. John Covey-Ula and Tim Thomas for their geometrical and geological insights. Rich Hartley for helping us crash land. Doug Lyle and C.J. Lyons for entertaining our medical questions. Jeff Irvin and Peter Bellwood for their willingness to entertain speculative anthropological questions. Tim Rufus and Sandra Noble for their Mesoamerican expertise. Jürgen Thies for his Zanzibar and Tanzania help. Tom Chaffin, author of Sea of Grey, for brainstorming what might have happened. Victoria Lisi for her keen pen. Neil, Peter, Tom, Sarah and Pam for their patience, steadfastness and candid input. I think that's his family, but I'm not 100% sure. The kid and his wife for their friendship and support, and finally Steve Berry, you truly are a big deal, my friend." I also like the fact that he has in every book he does, especially the series ones, he always puts a prologue. His prologues are like a hint of what happened in the last book, and then it goes, after like 4 or 5 pages, it goes into the storyline for the book you're reading. Like I said, it's like a mixture. His writing is like a mixture of suspense, adventure, mystery, history, and his writing is just outstanding. I have read another one of his that is called The Titanic Secret. It's not actually about the Titanic, but Titanic is mentioned a couple of times in the book, but it's mentioned historically in the book, and that is a Isaac Bell adventure, and there's a few of them as well. But in the back as well, other than showing what other books they have, is a little bit about the author, so I'll read that out to you as well. So it says, Clive Custler is the author or co-author of a great number of international bestsellers, including the famous Dirk Pitt adventures such as Arctic Drift and the Numa, Files Adventures, most recently Medusa the Oregon Files, such as The Silent Sea, the Isaac Bell Adventures, which began with The Chase and the recent Fargo Adventures. His non-fictional works include The Sea Hunters and The Sea Hunters 2, These describe the true adventures of the real Numa, which, led by Custler, searches for lost ships of historical significance. With his crew of volunteers, Custler has discovered more than 60 ships, including the long-lost Confederate submarine Hunley. He lives in Arizona. Grant Blackwood is a US Navy veteran, spent 3 years aboard a guided missile frigate as an operations specialist and pilot rescue swimmer. The author of the Briggs Tanner series and co-author of Spartan Gold. He lives in Colorado. Now you can find more about Clive Custler from www.clivecustler.co.uk. He is an amazing writer. I would suggest getting some of his books. This one, like I said, I read 2 chapters. It's really good. It doesn't take a long time to read each chapter. If you've got to run errands like school run or feeding the animals, you only have to read 1 chapter. It takes like 10 minutes. And it is all, like the 3 books of his that I got have all been amazing. So I can't really say any more about it. It basically speaks for itself. The books are amazing. I think you can get, I'm not sure exactly where you can get this. I'd say most bookshops, online definitely. The Titanic Secret, I believe you can still get from W.H. Smith's, but definitely can get it online. And I would say to go and grab yourself a couple of copies of Clive Custler books, because you won't regret it. Well, thank you for watching my book review of one of my favourite authors, and I will see you in the next video. Good night.